Alright, so this is going to be a small update to the HPHS tutorial on the posterizing the photo. Originally, I was going to make a completely new video for this, but I go through a lot of thorough details with the original video, so I'm not really going to change much to it. But just to add to the last thing we've talked about with the brightness and contrast in the previous video. So I showed you originally you can adjust the brightness and contrast on the top layer here. But there is a way you can actually control the values even further with your picture. So this is like just in case your values aren't that strong in the original picture. If you actually click and drag your brightness and contrast to the very bottom layer, so just drag it to the very bottom layer, it does create a different effect. So like originally this kind of just controls like the brightness and contrast of like the whole picture. But if I were to move this to the very bottom, this is actually going to change up how those values look. So like the brightness will, help to pop in more values or bring values back. So like, if I go back to the posterize and if I did like let's just say I did like a 3 or even like a 4. Well, we'll do 4 since I put mine in color. Now I click on the brightness and contrast, and this will help to bring out some of those lighter grays out if need be. And the same thing with like the contrast. It would help to bring out those darks. So you can use this to kind of like adjust your values even more if for some reason your values aren't all that great. But you can bump it up to a 5. But yeah, I would just play around with this. If especially like you see like these like black spots, if you want to simplify it more, you can make it brighter, or you can play around with that. It's like the best thing you want to do is you want to try to make this project as easy as possible on yourself. In the original video, I said to if you really wanted to, you can push the you can challenge yourself with more values, but it doesn't really take a little bit of time. It actually takes a lot more time. But I do recommend either doing a 5 for like the highest, 4 for like kind of like the medium level, and then 3 would be like for beginner. All right, so kind of just like gauge where how comfortable you are with the practice, and just kind of work with what you have for this project.